Hey everyone, this is NHL Hockey News Reports. We're back in the video, and today we're talking about taking a look at the crazy race for the Western Conference wildcard spots. Right now, it's definitely tight. Some teams are like, oh wow, I hope they make the playoffs. Teams are right there, trying to make it, and some teams, alright, kind of look at Connor Bedard and what he can do for your team, right? Or close to it, Fantelli, Leo Carlson, Mitchkov, guys like that, right? Looking towards the draft, looking towards selling at the deadline. At first, selling at the deadline, then looking at the draft. Maybe a bit of both at the same time, I would say, right? Is more like it. So looking at the Western Conference here with the wild card spots, it is a tight one here. Alright, just look at the Central Division top three and the Pacific top three. Central, you got Dallas, Winnipeg, Minnesota. Obviously, I'm not showing it on your screen. Just to tell you what it is. Dallas leads the Central at 54 points. Winnipeg in second, 53 points. They've been very good, both of those teams. And Minnesota's been good as of the last couple of months. 47 points for them. So very good there too. Solid three teams right there. Moving on to the Pacific Division there, you got the Vegas Golden Knights, the Los Angeles Kings. Vegas at 56 points, the Kings at 52 points, and Seattle, who just won the fifth in the row against Montreal. Who played Montreal tonight at 50 points. Tight there too. 1, 2, and 3 there. Now, going into the wild card, obviously you can see there, you have Calgary at 46 points, then you have Edmonton at 45 points, Colorado at 43 points, tied with St. Louis at 43 points, Nashville at 42 points, Vancouver at 37 points, San Jose, a big drop here, there's 32 points, Arizona at 31 points, 28 points for the Ducks, and 24 points for the Blackhawks. Now, you can probably say Nashville maybe the odds of them making it this year is very slim. It feels like at this point, they can still make it though, but them in St. Louis is kind of like, oh boy, I don't know. Even though the rate there it's still like, I don't know. Even though the Predators have games on hand against the Blues there and the Avalanche, but you know what? It's gonna be tough for them. It's an uphill battle for them at this point. Same thing with the Blues. 500 record, very streaky. The Blues have been. That's the problem. Vancouver, awful start to the season, even worse than last year. It's hard to think that, but yep, that's true. Vancouver, unfortunately, they need to make some decisions there with the roster. Everything else after that, they know where they're going to be landing this year. So, Colorado, obviously having a lot of injured forwards, but they're a fantastic team. We know that. They gotta get themselves in there. Um, it's so hard to look at like the Central and be like, oh, that team is gonna definitely fall out of the spot because Winnipeg's been so good. Last year they were 500 record. I don't know how many people thought they would be this good this year. I thought they would be good, better, but not this much better than they were this year. So that's good for them. Dallas, I don't think anyone thought Dallas would be this good. Like, oh, maybe they'll make the playoffs, maybe not. And then Minnesota was kind of like, I don't know, which looked at first, but then they turned things around quickly here. Because the cap crunch they had, right? With Parisi and Suter buying those contracts out there. Losing Fiala and guys like that, but they don't look like they're missing Fiala, aren't they? They're doing very good without those guys. So, Calgary, they find themselves in a wild card spot, but it's not going to be easy to hold on to it. The Oilers, that's another thing. Can they hold on to that too? Second wild card spot. We expected more. Top three of the Pacific. No, we haven't seen that. The Kraken have been better than we thought they would. They're in the top three this year. The Kings, just where we thought they would be. Gold Knights, I don't know if everyone thought they would be first again after having I thought, that's not too much of a big surprise. That's not at all. So, so Colorado, if they can step things up a little bit more, get themselves where they need to, they got McKinnon back, which is great. They still don't have Landeskog back. He hasn't played all season. after, his injury in the playoffs. So there you go. But, you know, Vancouver's got to make some decisions. I think San Jose's looking at like, hey, we're forcing to rebuild. Just take it and embrace it. Arizona's like, yeah, that's our rebuild. We just like to beat teams that fall asleep and we'll win against them. Anaheim, that was unexpected. Anaheim. We thought they would be where St. Louis is, Colorado is at this point. Like that, well, like they were last year. This year they're worse, which is weird. But hey, you get Bedard. There you go. That's all you need. Um, Definitely a Bedard video about the Ducks coming out soon. Same with the Hawks, a Bedard video coming out. So the Hawks is what they wanted to be. At first, it looked really good. Like, oh no, but hey, just where they needed to be. 10, 25, and 24 points. So, trying to go for Bedard, Fantilli, Carlson, guys like that, Michkov. So, we'll see what happens, right? So thank you for watching this NHL News Supports. Let me know your thoughts on this. Can Calgary and Edmonton hold on to it? Does Colorado, get back into it? I think they do. They're right there. They really are right there. They have games in hand. 38 games compared to 41 for those two teams. So there's definitely they can get themselves in there. St. Louis, they've been streaky. That's the thing. They've been streaky. So it's just so hard to predict that. Nashville, they had such a great season last year. It was kind of like, how are they going to do it again? Everyone's numbers were up, and this year was kind of like, oh. So, yeah. See what happens, right? I'll see you next video. Bye.